Trans Committee.
I want to call the Physical Service Committee to order. Please call the roll. Here. Here. Under old business, I see we have any old business to discuss. All right, seeing none, let's move on to new business. Michael Smith, DPW Commissioner, received a request from the Port City Roller Derby to use the Crisafulli skating rink for practice and bouts for the 2015 season. Is there anybody here to speak for the Roller Derby, folks?
Mr. Chairman, I guess it's going to be me.
All right.
I had some email contact with them earlier today, and I just told them if they didn't feel comfortable trying to get here, I'd do my best to answer your questions. So, this is a program that we've supported for several years. They use the rink facility in the summertime for, I believe it's 4 public events, and a few times through that same period for practices. We've had a very good relationship with them, no issues at all, and it does get it does give our facility some use in the summertime.
Anybody out have a question on this? Any of the counselors have any questions on this? This is kind of pretty standard what we've been doing. You want to call? I'll make a motion. Second. Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Motion.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Call to order the Planning and Development Committee. Here.
Here.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of January 6th?
Motion. I'll second it.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Under old business, do we have any old business to come before? Seeing none, moving on to new business. Under authorization, Mary Vanaus, Community Development Director, requests authorization to schedule a public hearing for housing and community development grant programs, 2014-2015 New York State Homes and Community Renewal Home and Community Development Block Grant applications. Director Vanaus.
The New York State Home and Community Renewal has issued a notice of funding availability in order to apply for the Community Development Block Grant funding program. We have one public hearing prior to February 27th, 2015, to address beneficiary national effective compliance for the TRUST program and to describe the need for a proposal. Currently, the proposed are personal home program for family using assistance to with home ownership. That would be one possible application or helping in that program to be another possibility. But we need to have a public hearing prior to February 23rd.
Comments from the counselors? Public? Seeing none, clerk, please call the roll.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Any other business to come before the committee?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second. Yes.
Yes. Yes. All right, this time I'd like to call the Administrative Services Committee to order. Please call the roll. Here.
Here. Here.
Here. Here. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the January 20th, 2015 committee meeting?
So moved.
On a motion. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Item number 1, under old business, Brian Fulgright, Water Department Plant Manager, had a request to replace the fluoride addition system on 9/2/2014 committee agenda. The committee requested to receive written confirmation from the state to honor the price of the project before the city gives authorization to accept the grant representing over $70,000 worth of equipment. The attached letter from the NYS Department of Health states the intention to pay for the equipment once signed plans are submitted to the Oswego County Department of Health. 2015 Water Department budget included funds for the submittal of those drawings. If it is requested to move ahead on generating the documents for the submittal at a price not to exceed $12,000, and there's an attachment. Brian?
It's under old business because this was brought before committee back in September, and I included that communication in there for the historical benefit. Just some of the background on this is our fluoride system on site is between 50 and 60 years old. In my eyes, there's a problem. There's an underground tank that's associated with it. The fluoride that's used is it's been on my capital plan for a number of years to replace this system just because of the nature of it. When I was at the AWWA conference last summer, this program came up that will supply all the equipment. They'll purchase all the equipment for it. And short of just doing some engineering and the installation of the equipment, we would be saving the cost of the equipment. As you can see in the original communication, the cost of that is over $70,000. At the time, they wanted, it was requested to get a signed, authorized letter stating that truly we would be, that we will be getting these funds. And so that letter is also attached, and I'm proposing to move forward and make the submittals to the Department of Health.
Thank you. Any questions? Council or public? Other Kaplitz?
Ryan, you state that submittal price not to exceed $12,000 on the agenda, and I'm just looking at the $20,000 estimate for the engineer, which makes it 93, and if New York State's willing to pay 70, it tells me there's about a $23,000 differential.
That original, when I said the 10 to 20, that was a combination of both engineering and installation costs. I figured that there'd be some programming and some electrical work that would have to be done on top. Most of the installation work I'm planning on doing in-house, but there will be some things that I will contract out. And that $10,000 to $20,000 estimate back in September was engineering and those installation costs.
And so the engineering cost is going to be about how much?
It'll be less than $12,000.
Less than 12. And who are we going to use?
I've in the process of getting quotes,
Okay.
and we do have one presently under that number. So,
And so you're bidding this?
yeah. Well, I'm getting quotes for it because it is it's within that professional. It's for professional services, and that allows us to do it that way.
Any other questions, comments?
Will we get copies of those quotes before we pick one?
Sure.
Anyone else? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Ryan, do the resolution.
I will get the resolution. Yes.
Thank you. Is there any other old business to come before this committee? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. Item number 2, under authorization, Michael Smith, DPW Commissioner, requests permission to purchase a CAT 242D skid steer loader from Milton Cat of Syracuse, New York, with a cold planer milling attachment for prep work for paving by DPW street maintenance personnel. Funds are available in the 2015 operating budget, and this purchase is reimbursable from the NYS CHIPS appropriation, and there's an attachment. Commissioner?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is a necessary piece of equipment for us. The current skid steer that we have been using for this work over the past several years is in disrepair and really not going to be helpful for us in the coming season. This price is a national purchasing agreement price, similar to state contract, and as it says in the agenda here, it's fully reimbursable from our CHIPS allotment with New York State. So I have a line item in the garage account for equipment, which is where I would pay for this up front and then submit it for reimbursement through the CHIPS program.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any questions or comments? Councilor
Mike,
Todd?
this allotment for reimbursement for the CHIPS fund for this, is this in addition to the money they give us for, 2 weeks ago we came in and we talked about the emphasis we want to put on paving. Will the money that's used to purchase this be different than the money we had originally allotted for what we wanted to do with the paving? Or is this coming out of the same fund? So like if we had $500,000 in CHIPS money for paving, will we now have $350,000 for money for paving?
Okay, let me see what I can do here. All right, so let's take the $500,000 allotment, all reimbursable money. So we would have to spend that $500,000 in order to get it back from the state. So the other part of your question, yes, this $50,000 plus would be money that would be reduced, that would reduce that allotment by that amount. So there'd be $450,000 left
Sorry, I meant to say.
to submit for reimbursement from other things, yes.
Anyone else? Councilor Capelitz?
Commissioner, the skid steer loader, does that come with like a bucket attachment on it? Is that the way it comes? So this is not just going to be used with a milling attachment, but we can also use it as a regular skid steer too, so we get 12 months of use out of it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It will come with a bucket. The milling attachment is for doing the smaller prep work after the bigger milling machines, like around manholes and catch basins and those kind of things, and for doing the edge of the road where the bigger machines can't get in there. So
Can you also put a snow blower attachment on that or a street sweeping attachment on that?
both of those things are possible, yes. Obviously, we'd have to buy those attachments also, but yes.
Kind of thing, that's kind of thing you could use on some of the, obviously the bridges, or if you wanted to, if we had a bad storm, you could run them down the sidewalks on Bridge Street, that kind of stuff.
Yes, those are all possibilities, yes.
I don't know how much that stuff costs as additional tools, but I'd be interested just to see if you get more versatility out of one piece of equipment. And you may already have some of that stuff already at the bar, as far as I know.
Yeah, and I can certainly check.
I think where Ron's going with this is, so, change me if I'm wrong, is that at some point we'll need to replace a street sweeper. And a street sweeper is X amount of money. If we could get away from that by the attachment, it would probably be significantly less than getting a street sweeper. And maybe that would be the direction that we would want to look to start going.
There is a broom attachment for that machine,
Won't do the
but
same?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, when you have that ability to have a multiple-purpose machine, you may be able to take some of the pressure off the sweeper, depending on what you need to do with certain roads and clean up in certain areas. The snow blower, obviously, it's always nice to have that one in your arsenal if you need it. So that's why I'm just looking at getting maximum versatility out of the investment that we're going to make, and some of that's probably also chip fundable, I would think.
Some of it would be, yes.
That's my thought.
You have allowed me to purchase two tool cats over the last couple of years, which also have some attachments to them, snow blowers being one of them, and they've been extremely helpful, so. But that doesn't mean we can't look into one for the skid steer also.
Any other questions or comments? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner. Item number 3, the engineer's office requests approval for change order number 1 for the electrical contract with Patricia Electric for the West Side EF, MF, and pump station upgrade. EFC project number C7-6344-19-05, in the amount of $0 for the additional cost for the antenna and radio repairs for effective communication with the West Side wastewater treatment plant. There's an attachment. Bobby Johnson or Gary Allen is here to answer questions if you have any.
I've got the mic, so I guess it's me.
Give it to Gary.
Just as a background for this, our plants are all connected to the internet, except for the East Side Pump Station and the river walkway flow basin that we have down there. So the radio antenna still uses receivers that get information from those two places. And not only did we need to repair them, we also had a spare unit that we replaced quite a few years ago. We still had the unit, and that needed to be repaired too. So that's what this particular item's all about. It has to do with our SCADA system and all the information that we gather.
Any questions or comments?
What's the $0?
$0, yes. It's still within the project that's down there.
Anyone else? Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Item number 4, the engineer's office requests approval of change order number 2 for the electrical contract with Patricia Electric for the West Side EF, MF, and pump station upgrade, EFC project number C7-6344-19-05, in the amount of $0 for the additional cost for modifications to the grit system, electrical wiring required by the manufacturer, including additional conduit and wire to be run from the control panels to the grit system in the process room. Gary.
Yes. When the company that we got the grit system from put in their submittal, they did not include everything as far as the wiring needs went. So when the unit came in and they started wiring it up, they realized that they hadn't ran enough conduit to it yet or wiring for some additional sensors that came in on it. So that's what this is for.
Any questions or comments?
Move it.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Item number 5, the engineer's office requests approval of change order number 2 for the mechanical contract with Oswego Mechanical, Inc. for the West Side EF, MF, and pump station upgrade, EFC project number C7-6344-19-05, in the amount of $0, for cleaning the drain line from the grit classifiers to the fluid pump wet well, which was clogged as directed. Attachment Gary.
This line was not set up to be cleaned during the upgrade. We weren't having a problem with it at the time, except the new unit uses a lot more water, and probably the line was partially clogged to begin with for years. But with our old equipment, it didn't really matter. with the new equipment, it was backing up on the floor because it didn't have enough room to go down the drain. So this was an added item to clean out that line for the new equipment after it was installed.
Questions or comments?
Make a motion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Item number 6, Mike Riley, purchasing agent, has submitted a proposal on behalf of ThyssenKrupp Elevator Corporation. TKE is the state contract holder for elevator maintenance and repair. TKE would like to renew their agreement for an additional 3 years. The annual payments to TKE under the expired agreement amounted to $13,827.12 for the elevator at City Hall, 2 elevators at the Conway Building, the elevator at the West Side wastewater treatment plant. The total annual fees proposed by TKE for 2015 amount to $11,912.64 and escalated at 3% for 2016 and 2017, and there's an attachment. I spoke with Mr. Riley this afternoon. The reason for the decrease in this is because the new elevator at the West Side plant comes with its own service because it's brand new, and there's one elevator that is no longer in the service agreement that we're no longer using. Other than that, this is the standard contract that they have signed, and it did come down a little from previous years. Anyone have any questions or comments? Davenport?
Counselor, I can't resist. I like to see prices go up and down with an elevator contract.
Take a motion, if anybody's interested.
Take the motion seriously. What's wrong with you?
I can't resist. I'll make the motion.
This is
Second.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
yes. Yes.
Debbie, you tell Mike to get the resolution again. Item number 7, under travel requests, Jeff McRoby, Fire Chief, requests permission to send 1 personnel to the NYSBOC Center Chapter 10th Annual Education Conference to be held March 31st through April 3rd, 2015 in Liverpool, New York. And there's an attachment. Chief.
This gets the last CEO that's not scheduled to go to the 24-hour training.
Any questions or comments? None?
Motion.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Item number 8, Jeff McRoby, Fire Chief, requests permission to send 2 personnel to the Utica Fire Academy Sprint 2015 Firefighter Recruit Training Program, which will be held March 30th, 2015 through July 1st, 2015. There's an attachment. Chief?
This is the basic recruit academy. These fellows, I think we hired in August. They've been with us, and this is when Utica has it. We like the Utica Academy. We've got a good relationship with them, so it's just their basic schooling for them.
Any questions or comments?
Move it.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Item number 8, under transfer of funds, Deborah Code, City Chamberlain, requests authorization to transfer funds in the amount of $16,800 from G 1990.0460 Enterprise Fund contingent to G 8130.0440 wastewater contracted service to pay for rental of the generator from January through April 2015, emergency backup generator at the East Side wastewater treatment plant. Ms. Code.
Thank you, Counselor. This is, Gary's probably got more information on the generator, but it was necessary to rent one to meet DEC requirement standards. And this will take us through April while they're waiting to put the installation plans of the new one together. We may be back to do another transfer if the bid isn't in by then. Is that right?
Anything else you want to add, Gary? Do you have anything you want to add?
I can't really add too much other than the GHD has been hired to do the workup on it, and I haven't heard it back. They're supposed to have a meeting last week. There was some questions asked to me whether or not the city had a generator big enough for a backup, and they don't. The rental was what we needed to provide enough power in case of emergencies, just as an added topic, so. But we definitely will probably be back. I don't expect it to get done by April, but it would be nice if it was, but I just can't imagine moving along that fast, especially since it has to be, a pad has to be constructed and everything, and the conduit lines ran in and everything hooked up, and I'm told the delivery on a generator, once it's ordered, is, sometimes 4 to 6 months, so.
Any questions or comments? Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Item number 10, item number 9 was pulled from the agenda. It did not meet the requirements for executive session. Moving on to item number 10, Gay Williams, City Attorney, requests an executive session regarding collective negotiations pursuant to Article 14, Taylor Law of the Civil Service Law. And we have an add-on, also for executive session, the proposed acquisition, sale, or lease of real property, or the proposed acquisitions of securities or sale or exchange of securities held by such public body, but only when publicly publicity would substantially affect the value thereof, specifically regarding. Gay, do you have the addresses? Can you read the addresses?
Aren't they on the bottom?
No, this one's blank.
Oh, 108 6th Street and 1 and 7 West 9th Street. I didn't do those ones. Here we go. That's nothing.
What were those addresses again, yeah?
108 6th Street and 1 and 7 West 9th Street.
Motion?
Second.
Yes.
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 That's okay. Any other business to come before the council? Seeing none, motion to adjourn by Eric, second by Ron. Please call the roll, all yes. All right. Thanks a lot. We're all done. Let's do it.
Thank you very much.
We all make the motion, we all second it, we all vote affirmative.
We're all done. Already did it, but.